And the first step is to measure the posts. Here we have 6 3/4 to the outside. To the inside we have 5 3/4, which gives us a total of spacing of 1 inch for the posts and 1/2 inch per post. And the next step is to remove the headrest by pressing this button and slowly pulling out. Okay, the next step is to remove the seat back. In this particular vehicle, this seat back removes differently than in others. In this vehicle, there's a snap located here, 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 and here. In other vehicles, there's a screw located roughly in this area, and in this area, you remove those screws and you slide down. In this vehicle, it's a little bit different. You pop out these 2 tabs, pull out, then using a screwdriver or somewhat of a dull object, just go ahead and put it in here and pop it out. Same thing on this side, pop it out, and then the whole seat back comes off. And the next step is to put the new post on by sliding it up and screwing it in. And we'll go ahead and do the same thing on this one by unscrewing. And there we go. The next step is to insert the wires through the post holes simply by pushing down and pulling through. And through that for this one as well. And you'll go ahead and adjust the post by simply pulling out, and they are spring loaded, and dropping in. Okay, and on this headrest we have 2 cables. We have this cable here which has the small micro connector here. That's going to be the AV input cable. This one is going to be the AV output cable as well as the power cable. In this particular install we want a simple and easy install, so what we're going to do is we're going to connect it utilizing the cigarette lighter plug that comes with the units to make for an easy install. So here we need to actually run the wires through the seat, and the way we do that is by simply unclipping this, by lifting up on this little flimsy plastic and simply pulling back all the way. Here we have the entire seat exposed, and if you put your finger through here you can feel a hole, and I'll demonstrate that by actually slowly sliding a screwdriver through, and you can see the blade of the screwdriver does come through. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to run the wire, and we have to put it underneath the metal of the seat here by simply coming out just like this. And then we're going to slowly put the wire through. Make sure not to bend it too much. And then we pass the wire through. And now we have the wire through the hole. And as you can see down below, here we have it. And we're going to leave this just like this because it makes it convenient to disconnect the cigarette lighter plug if and when you don't want to use the monitors. And now we need to connect the power cable, and we do that by simply lining up this straight tab here with this tab right here. Simply line those up, just firmly press the 2 together, and then you have a good connection. We're going to do the same thing with the AV cable by simply lining this up and pressing it in. And there we are. We have our 2 cables, the power cable, AV output cable, AV input cable. And the next step is to reinstall the seat back. We have 3 teeth here on the top of the actual seat back that actually have to be put up back behind this piece of metal here. Then we have a clip here on both sides that's actually designed to clip into this metal here, and then we have a tab right here that actually goes into a tab down here. So all we do is simply take the seat back, simply push it up right here, push firmly right there, then go ahead and line this up, push in there, push right there. And now we need to make the simple connection for the cigarette lighter plug. As you can see on this unit, we have two things here. We have the DC power jack, and then we have the wires for when you hardwire it to the vehicle so that none of the wires are actually exposed. But since we wanted to make a convenient install in this vehicle and we simply wanted to connect it with a cigarette lighter plug, we just grab the DC power jack, grab the cigarette lighter plug here, simply input this into one another, make sure that you have a nice firm connection. Then the next step you must do in order to protect the headrest and the fuses is to actually connect these two together to fully insulate the positive side. That way you don't blow a fuse in the actual cigarette lighter plug or the one in your vehicle. The ground wire can actually stay bare, as this won't have any problems with the vehicle. And the next step is to simply plug the unit into the cigarette lighter by simply opening the power jack and plugging the cigarette lighter plug in. And then to go ahead and start using the unit, simply turn on the ignition key, go ahead and turn on the power to the unit, and then load the disc by simply pressing the open button, open the unit up. Go ahead and put the disc in, snap it in, close the screen back, and the unit will say loading. It will begin to start to play.